Hello and happy Wednesday. This is Bill Steffen. We got a lot to talk about once again here. I hope you're having yourself a good day so far. Dry most of today. There's still a chance for a snow shower mainly in the morning and north of Grand Rapids, but much of the day should be dry and travel on the main roads looks pretty good. Thursday should be a bright day with some sunshine, and Saturday looks kind of mostly cloudy and dry most all of the day. There'll be a chance of a mix of precipitation here. It should be fairly light for both Friday and during the day on Sunday. And milder temperatures. In fact, we made it up into the low 40s here yesterday, and we have more mild air on the way. Our snow cover should be shrinking here just a bit. Some sunshine for Thursday. Should be a pretty nice day. Take a look at that. That was the Mackinac Bridge. I took that picture about 12:38 in the afternoon, and boy, it's just like you're driving up into the cloud, into the snow, into heaven maybe. The road snow covered and slippery, traffic very light, but pretty interesting. You got 5 miles of bridge ahead of you there, and you can barely see where you're going. Here's what the ice looks like at South Haven. You can see the beach there. The wind kind of blew the snow away from the sand, but if you look out there, the ice extends out quite a ways. Most of the ice in Lake Michigan is along the shores and also in Green Bay. And by the way, the Lake Michigan ice cover is, let's see here, we have 15%, and that was as high as 21.5% on the 24th of January. We've had a lot of wind here of late, and that wind has broken up some of the ice. It's much more so than the temperature has been the ice breaking up because of the wind. Lake Erie is 87% ice covered, but it's kind of like crushed ice in a glass of soda pop or something like that. It's not something you'd walk across. Lake Erie, of course, the most shallow of the Great Lakes at 62 feet, and because it's much shallower than Michigan, Huron, or Superior, Erie freezes over faster than lakes that are farther north because it's not quite as deep. Well, let's take a look right now at Muskegon. This is what it looks like at the Muskegon Channel, and again, it looks like you can see where a boat went through there, but lots of ice as it extends out past the breakwalls there. That ice kind of protects the shoreline during the wintertime when we have these strong wind episodes there. It prevents erosion. Well, if you look down towards southern Georgia, there is like 1 pixel of blue there. This was as of Tuesday morning, and that represents 72 hours where there was at least a trace of snow on the ground in southern Georgia. And that's even during the superstorm of March '93. I don't think we had that. You can still see the remnants of the snowstorm a couple of weeks ago that went from Kansas to West Virginia and then north up into New England. A good amount of snow cover downwind from the Great Lakes, all 5 of the Great Lakes, and nothing to the west of us. It's been a very dry winter, not necessarily warm, but dry across southern Wisconsin and also out toward Iowa and northwest Illinois. Here's how much snow there is on the ground in Michigan. 34 inches south of Munising. It's not really in town. There'd be a little bit less than that there. And Painesdale, which is southwest of Houghton Hancock. Hancock has 23 inches. Sault Ste. Marie's had about 4 feet more snow than usual. They've really had a snowy winter there. And Charlevoix, boy, they've been socked. They had the 74-mile-an-hour wind gust at the beach here a couple of nights ago, and 22 inches of snow on the ground there. Excuse me, it was Sheboygan that had the 74-mile-an-hour wind gust. Charlevoix, I think, had 50 to 60 miles an hour, but a lot of snow there. Mansalona, a lot of people go snowmobiling there at 20 inches. One spot in Holland had 10 inches. A couple of other spots there had less than that, and it is shrinking a little bit with the warmer pattern. Muskegon and Big Rapids at 7, Hastings and Ionia at 5, Grand Rapids officially 4, same for Lansing. Kalamazoo at 3. There's only a trace of snow at South Bend, just a couple of piles left there, and generally no snow on the ground across northern Indiana, northeast Illinois, or eastern Wisconsin. Over the next 3 days, some snow will fall in the UP in northwest lower Michigan, but not down here. You can see no snow at all from Grand Rapids south and west. And then off to the east of Lakes Erie and Ontario. Even with a good amount of ice on Lake Erie, you can still get some lake effect. Most of the ice is up at the western edge of the lake, so much of the central part of Lake Erie is still open water. Latest long-range outlook, 8 to 14-day outlook, February 5 through the 11th. So this is not the next week, but the week after that. We're near normal temperatures here, and we may actually be slightly warmer than normal. but cold out in the northern plains, and that's going to create a bigger contrast of air between the warm to the south of us and the cold to the northwest. And that's kind of a stormy pattern, and you can see that reflected in the precipitation outlook for the same period. That above, centered from the Mississippi Valley up into the Ohio Valley, almost up to Michigan with that second level green or third level green. So plan on kind of a stormy pattern with some rain and snow here for that period from February 5 through the 11th. Here's the forecast for later on today. Mid-30s, snow melting a little bit on the breezy side, but not quite as breezy as it's been. Early morning temperatures low 30s, so not very cold at all here to start the day. We're low 40s on Thursday, and then back into the upper 30s for Friday. We'll be a little colder here on Saturday. Saturday should be a fantastic day for winter sports to get out. They were getting snow up toward Cabernet, Shish Mountain, Boyne Mountain, Shanty Creek, all those areas with some fresh powder up there to start the day today. And a little mix of precipitation could include some rain here for Friday and then again on Sunday. Well, our viewer poll today, is it better to retire in Florida, Arizona, or to stay in Michigan or to go somewhere else? I've got a couple of buddies that retired and went down to the villages, and they've been after me for a couple of years to come back down there, but I think I'm staying here. Two of my kids are here in town yet, and I still enjoy the change of seasons. I don't know whether I'd like it to be hot and humid 10 months of the year down in Florida. A lot of interesting things to do around here. Outside, of course, you got skiing and boarding and the snow to play in. Inside, Grand Rapids Symphony this Friday has their coffee with Haydn. That's pronounced H-I like Wyden, Haydn, President Biden, and all that. Tickets $25, and of course they have a lot of expenses when you're paying for an entire orchestra to be there in front of you. But a great activity, and if you got some time off, you get free coffee and pastries to go along with their concert. That is at St. Cecilia's. It's right downtown, Royce Auditorium, right down off of Fulton Street and in Ransom. So you might want to check that out. Well, I want to thank you so much for checking in with us today. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Bill Steffen 616, like the area code. And once again, have yourself a good day. And